All right, Cook here. Today we're going to do another video. So this time we're doing a video about me doing a tune-up on my 2015 Taurus SHO, the SHO. So I wanted to get some different spark plugs and get the car tuned up because I did buy the car used and I don't know if it's been tuned up or not through the service records. No. So I don't know when it comes to some people doing personal things and doing it themselves. Like I am a do-it-yourselfer. So I don't know if somebody fiddled around with it or not. So I decided that I was going to tune it up, get new coils with new spark plugs. So let me show you what I did and what I got. So I decided to go with a color scheme to match the car. So here we go. So this is the company I decided to go with, Partselect. So I did some research on some of their coils, and I'm going to tell you that out of 20 reviews, 5 were bad. Out of the 20, 15 were good, 4 to 5 stars or better. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at them. I've already opened them up. It comes with a set of gloves inside the box to help you out. And then it comes with the coils. So once we get the old coils out, let me take one out. But once we get the old coils out, I'm going to, the first one, I'm going to match it up to see how it looks. And then I'm going to put them in. And I'm going to try to get all this on camera. So it's very difficult to get things out of the bag when you got one hand. But I'm going to try to get this on camera. So with that being said, this is the coil. And like I said, I wanted to try to match some of the color scheme of the vehicle. And so that's why I went with this coil. When I get the car tuned, and hopefully I'm going to be able to do that in the future within the next year or so, get the car tuned, I'm going to go with a better company. And so of coil with the same color scheme. So we're going to get that done. But for right now, we're just going to tune the car up. Oh, so let me show you the spark plugs that company that I went with. So I decided to go with the NGK spark plug. So this is the NGK spark plug. And so I decided to go with this spark plug because I heard some great things about them as far as the reviews. No, it's not Motorcraft, but I didn't hear about any bad reviews on these NGK spark plugs. So I decided to go with these as a replacement spark plugs until I get the car tuned. And so as you can see, I'm going to take a look at this box. And as you can see, we're going to go over the box. Let me grab that. And as you can see, right here on the box, it is, and it says for that 3.5 liter turbo engine, the V6. Right here it says V6 engine. And it says Lincoln, but that's also Ford. So like I said, I did my research. These will match. These will run in the Taurus SHO. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get this tune-up done. So these are the tools I'm going to use to get this tune-up done. A 3/8 swivel drive, 3/8 socket swivel drive. You're going to have your 3/8 extended. You're going to have your 3/8 small. You're going to have your 5x8 socket removal for moving the spark plugs. I'm sorry, spark plug removal. We're going to have a box in 10 millimeter to take the battery cable loose, and I'm going to have a small pry bar to help get those coil packs out. So these are all the tools I'm going to use to get the job done. Just wanted to show what it's going to take to get it done. Got the spark plugs, and you got the coils over here. And we're going to take this coil off, this cover off. We're going to take the cover off. We're going to take this cap off, and a few other things we're going to have to loosen to get those spark plugs out. Let's go. Let's get it going. So also, I'm going to set my camera up and try to give you the best angle at getting this done, you know. So it is a task. At times I will be in the way of the camera, but I'm going to try to give you the best angle of giving you the best view of how I got this tune-up going and done. Okay, so let's get some gloves on. Get some gloves on before we try to eliminate getting your hands too dirty. So, like I said, this is going to be a job. My first time tuning up the show. I'm going to pull the cover off. And like I saw in a previous video, we are going to start from the back of the car. We're going to get the hardest plugs done first. Let's get that battery cable off. So we're going to loosen the battery cable. Try to get that off. So this takes a 10 millimeter to get that battery loose. Let's pry that up, and what you want to do is push that back. Tuck that back where it doesn't hit that battery. So I'm going to tuck that back where it doesn't hit that. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a small rag and I'm going to cover up that battery terminal. So let's do that. So I'm going to be doing an overview going over in here anyway. So with that being said, I'm going to just cover this up. That way it's covered. I know it's not going to hit that battery, and I don't have to worry about it getting electrocuted, getting shocked, anything like that. So I'm going to try to give you different angles of how this is going to be. So we're going to start over here. And like I said, I'm working in the back first because that perceives to be kind of what the hardest. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this loose right here. Get this up and loose. And get this out of the way so I can get to this first coil on the rear bank. So what we're also going to do is there's a cord down here. We have this right here. We're going to take this and we're going to pop this out. Right here you can see we're going to pop this out right here. We're going to pop that out and we're going to try to get that out. So once again, you have this, or you can use a long screwdriver. But what we're going to do is try to pop this out. Allow us to give us some space to get that coil out. So I'll pop that loose, and what that should do is give me a little bit of space in order to get that out. Because you're going to need some space to get that coil out and be able to move that wiring harness out the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our first 8mm socket, push the wiring harness back out of the way. Tell you what, this is tedious, so it ain't an easy job. So what I did was I brought out my little stepping stool because I'm gonna need something to step on to give me a little bit of height to get to that spark plug connector. So I got the first screw loose. I'm going to go ahead, get the rest of the other 3 done in the back, and then we're going to show a video doing the front, and I'll tell you how long it actually took for me to do the job. You're also going to need a flathead screwdriver. I forgot that as a tool. Forgive my forgetfulness, but you're going to need a flathead screwdriver to get the little tab that's on the connector for the ignition coil. So we got the first coil pack off. So just doing a little comparison of how these look next to each other. As you can see, this is the old one. This is the new one that's going in. This is still a Motorcraft, I believe, spark plug, coil pack. And so as you can see, the size difference is the same. There's nothing too much different in it except for the company. So we're going to get the spark plug out and we're going to go from there and getting this thing done. So also when taking the coil off and trying to get it to come out of that slot where the spark plug is, what you want to do is once you get the, I'm trying to do this with one hand, but once you get the connector loose from this part of it, then what you want to do is take your little pry tool or a screwdriver up, and you want to try to pry it up by this part right here. It's going to have a tight suction because it's been sitting down in that cylinder, and what you want to do is break that suction cup, as you can see right here. You want to break that up right there, and that way you can get this off the vehicle, off the car, and you can put the new coil pack in. And so that's just a suggestion. I got that from a YouTuber that I watched do a tune-up on a car, and like I said, it makes it easier than trying to pull it up by hand, because in that rear bank it is hard to get your hand down in there and pull it up. So that's just a suggestion. So while it's on my mind, I am going to tell you, a lot of people say that they recommend keeping the old coil packs in case you have to replace an aftermarket coil pack. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to save all 6 of them. If in case I have to replace something, or something, a misfire or malfunction in one of these replacement coil packs, because nothing is perfect, and I just want to be able to be on the safe side in case I got to get out of here and get out here and do it. So now that I've gotten the back 3 done, so the back 3 are done. Let me show you how that looks. So the back 3 are done. All 3 are put in with the spark plugs. So that's how they look. All 3 are done. Now I'm going to proceed to do the front, which are supposed to be easy. There are one thing I got to put back onto the back side and a couple things I got to snap in, but for the most, that was the hardest part. I'm done with that. Now it's time to get this front bank done. So on this first bank right here, where you got the spark plugs and the coil packs, we're going to have to take this off. We're just going to set that to the side up top. And you're going to have to take this right here, and you're going to have to remove this. And that should be the only thing that you should have to move on the front bank. And you just kind of like, don't be afraid to get that and take that to the slide and just slot that out of there real quick. And so this is going to be an easier side to do, as long as we don't run into any mechanical problems. So now I have all 6 coil packs and spark plugs in. So these are how the spark plugs that came out look. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of bad, as you can see. You know, kind of burnt, you know, but the new ones are in. And I'm going to tell you, I started the car and, yep, let me show you. So I don't know if this is an aftermarket plug or the fact that my gapping might be a little off on one of these spark plugs. Who knows? But started the car. And I have a check engine light. So I'm going to take it up to AutoZone, let them read the OBD sense meter to see which one is firing off wrong, and we're going to go from there. But for right now, sounds okay. I mean, there is no missing. I hit the gas, and everything seems to be good. So what we're going to do is take it up there and let them see and read that and go from there. All right, so these are how the new plugs and coils look. Right here, this is the front bank. That is the second bank. You can barely see them, but they're in there. And like I said, they're in there. Like I said, so I had a check engine light. So with that being said, I took the car up to AutoZone and they checked it. And what the check engine light was, it wasn't any of the coils. So let's turn it back on. As you can see, that check engine light is gone. What they said was up at AutoZone that maybe I put a hose on, or when I took the hose off, it was just reading because the hose was off for a second in the cold. But there is no check engine light. The car is tuned. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Like I said, I'm happy with that. So let me go and let me show you where it's at as far as when it goes through the tachometer. So it's idling at a good level. So I'm not concerned. I drove it up there. I put it to the test. I pushed it. And hey, with that being said, going good on the SHO. So this is Cook 734, the SHO. That was the tune-up on the SHO. Hey, getting this thing together. It's gonna take time. I got some plans for the car and for the car and for the channel to put this car through the ringer, through the test, try to give it up to 500 horses. This is just me tuning it up because winter's coming. I bought the car used, like I said in prior videos, and so I wanted to make sure that I tune the car up before winter and that I get it running good and keep it running good. And so with that being said, there it is. 734, the SHO. Let's go.